Please stand as we hear the national anthem by senior members of the Bangor High School Chamber Choir. Senior Class President Dylan Garish, there is no there.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. And thank you to the parents, teachers and staff, and of course, students for making these past few years as impactful as they were. Whew, this past year's been a wild one. The world is constantly changing around us, and time is moving in weird ways. We've been stuck back because of COVID, but as restrictions lift and we graduate and begin to live on our own or go to college, we're about to slingshot forward into more freedom than we have ever experienced before. This is going to be an amazing time for us, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll get there eventually. Well, actually, how will we know when we get there? If you could just graduate college, would you be there? If you finally got that Tesla or the job or finally got married, then would you be satisfied? As many of your parents can tell you, there is no there. Now that sentence is worth repeating. There is no there. After you get that job or get that car, something has to come next, and you will chase this feeling into the grave. Instead of waiting until you get there, enjoy the fact that you are here. Let me give you guys an example of enjoying the present. Imagine all the way back to BC times, before COVID, of course, to the beginning of our sophomore year, specifically the night the Bangor football team played the Wyndham Eagles. Now for some background, for those who aren't aware, Bangor didn't have the best record in the past. Actually, we hadn't won a single football game in 3 years straight. But for once, we are ahead in this game, and the clock is running low. To be honest, I don't know how the decision was made, but we all heard it. All right, guys, come on. We're going to go storm the field. As the clock hits zero, roughly 100 kids flood on the field to join the mass of football players celebrating. In that moment, it was pure enjoyment. Every single person there was thinking about nothing except for the moment we were living in. Remember that moment. Remember that bliss. We often worry about our futures way too much. Take some time to slow down. Give yourself some time to wake up and smell the roses, or smell the coffee or the bacon maybe. I don't know. Wake up and smell something. Just remember, these are the good old days. This is our time. However, just because you are focusing on enjoying your life doesn't mean you aren't making an impact on your future. My fellow graduates, by show of hands, how many of you were considered essential workers at any point during the pandemic? Look around you, Bangor. We are making an impact. To the state of Maine, look at us. We are essential. To the world, we are the future. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Senior class speaker, Samantak Theorajan, the journey we've taken.
You know, I can tell you from personal experience that imagining your audience in their underwear does nothing to ease nerves. Anyways. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome all teachers, staff, family, friends, distinguished guests, and, most importantly, members of the class of 2021. I'd like to start today by thanking someone. There were countless people that helped me through this dream/nightmare we call high school. My brothers, Shreyas and Shravan, or Ray and Robbie, thanks for teaching me how to be a good person and have some kind of basic fashion sense. My dad, thanks for listening to my nonstop rants about math. My friends, thanks for putting up with all my nonsense for like 10 years. And my teachers, thanks for teaching me how to appreciate new things in new ways. I know everyone here has people in their lives that have made a huge impact on them in the past 4 years. But I would be doing an injustice to not give a momentous thanks to one person. She stood by me every step of the way and been the most supportive person I could ever ask for. That's Geja Lakshmi, or, as most people know her, Geja. But to Ray, Robbie, and I, she's always been mom. My mom's been there when I worried about homework, college applications, and my health. She's been there to spend time with me, playing ping pong or debating whether Ross and Rachel were on a break, which they were, by the way, and when I didn't know what to do next. Words cannot express how grateful I am to you. Thank you, and I love you. Eight years ago, my brother stood on this very stage and delivered his own commencement speech. He told me to say that, by the way. I don't really remember what it was about. Something about moving from Australia all the way to Bangor, Maine. But what I do remember is that he didn't mention me, his 9-year-old little brother. I mean, come on. But now, I'm giving the speech. I gave him a moment of fame, but now I hope that I can inspire you in this moment more than he did me. Fellow members of the class of 2021, we did it. I know everyone says it, but still, we did it, against all odds. We faced a new school, new people, new social circles, new academics, new opportunities and activities, new and undoubtedly weird language, new and undoubtedly worse computers. I mean, MacBooks to Chromebooks, really? And definitely the most challenging, the new coronavirus. It's more of an accomplishment than we think. So let's give us all a hand. Today, as we prepare to leave Bangor High School for bigger things, whether to college, the military, the workforce, or a year off to think, I invite you all to look back on our experiences here. At first, high school seemed like a busy airport, complete with escalators, security guards, and people who had pulled all-nighters. I remember our first day, walking up and down ramps, trying to figure out what upper A and lower B meant. I remember our first classes, seeing all the new faces that in due time would become our best friends. And I remember our first lunch, where we were amazed at the prospect of actually using phones in school. And as we went through it, we saw the wealth of opportunities high school gave us to have a great time, learn, and grow. That's not to say high school was easy, though. We all remember those days when we got 4 hours of sleep, hit every red light on Broadway, and slipped on ice in the student parking lot. But what we need to realize is that each of those events contributed to our growth, both in how we think and act. Take a look at me. I was weird freshman year. I was a nerd, had messy hair, and thought memorizing a girl's shoe collection was attractive. You'd think it would work. It doesn't. Save yourself the energy. It doesn't. You know who you are. But over the years, I saw what this did to my happiness. My relationships with friends became frosty, I grew stressed and frustrated, and my hair got worse. Now, I'm standing here, talking to you, having realized that life is far too short to spend all your time studying, reading, or deciding how to pose for your once-an-hour Instagram story. Life's too short to spend with one social group. Life's about encountering new things and letting those unfamiliar experiences shape you. I hope everyone over the past 40 years has been able to find something crucial they learned. But looking to the future, it's going to be challenging to keep going. The problems we face as a class are multifold and complex. Climate change, racism, economic inequality, healthcare, food insecurity, and every single Harry Styles song are among the plethora of obstacles in the world we're getting ready to step into. I hope we can use our experiences to approach these problems in new, innovative ways. You know, I got this close to not mentioning COVID at all, but how could I not? I mean, COVID characterized virtually half of our high school experience. Let's pretend I actually just made a good joke. Anyways, can you believe March 13th, 2020 was the last day we were juniors and the first day that we realized the severity of the coronavirus? If we've learned anything from the past year and 4 months, it's that we are resilient people committed to making a difference and taking care of one another. And of course, how to use Zoom filters to give yourself a green mustache. COVID has taught us how to take the world we knew and turn it upside down. We've learned to live with cloth on our faces, staying apart from our best friends, and having our main interactions through a computer screen where you're too obsessed with how you look to actually pay attention to anyone else. But COVID is just like any other challenge in life. It's something that's made going forward harder, forcing us to reconsider, maybe backtrack a little, and maybe even take a different fork in the road. But we'll make it through every challenge the real world throws at us, as long as we are resilient, optimistic, and creative. So, I think it's worth asking, how are we going to make a difference? We won't change the world because we're smart. We won't change the world because we're athletic. We won't change the world because we're compassionate. We'll change the world because we're a class of united people from different backgrounds who tied together academics, athletics, compassion, communication, honesty, perseverance, and humor into one cohesive unit. That's how. As we get ready to leave high school forever, I hope you all remember the good times, the okay times, and the bad times. I hope you all remember the friends we made, the relationships we had, and the community we fostered. In short, I hope you all remember being members of the Bangor High School class of 2021. Thank you.
Boy, tough act to follow over here and saying, I'm really disappointed that you took my bad hair theme. I read your speech and I had to switch it up. Welcome everybody to the Bangor High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. And if I've made a point of not mentioning that 5-letter word begins with C and ends with D. Well, it's not Cupid, but I've tried to have some remarks that are the reality and the feel that's gone into being in a school where there's so much life and then so much life that's drawn out because of things that are beyond your control. But I've had a lot of time to think, and not too many days have gone by without me thinking especially or specifically about a couple of people who became before me as principal of the high school. Most recently, Norris Nickerson, Nick as he was known, and dating back to my days as a BHS student, if you can imagine that long ago, Dr. John Fahey, or Doc Fahey, as I and many of my friends and folks of my era at Bangor High School remember him. I think about the things that they built here, the culture, the routines, and even the spaces and frameworks, some of them literal, some of them symbolic. And those are things that I and you years later have gotten to enjoy as we come to school every day. Especially on days like this, I think about the things that you get to enjoy and benefit from. Nick and Doc having led at Bangor High School, which they did over a period of time long before you were born and up to the point where all of you were still 3 or 4 years shy of double-digit ages. I think of how lucky I am to stand with faculty to celebrate you, a faculty that I would put up against anywhere, any school, anytime. Standing here with mom, dad, whoever loves you at home and cares for you, and extended families here to celebrate to you today, I think about how lucky we are to sit together enjoying and celebrating a terrific milestone in your lives. In a lot of ways, we're able to enjoy these experiences so much because the 2 predecessors that I mentioned made something out of nothing, or as a friend likes to say in a funny manner voice, make something out of nothing. The field that we're sitting on was nothing but a field until Mr. Nickerson saw what it could become. And then he and Mr. Benedictine, with the help of a turf hydration specialist named Dr. Irvin, made it into something pretty special in the place that we're celebrating on today. If Nick were here, you know, you might have known that his name was in the back corners when kids were a little naughty sometimes. He was Nasty Nick, and he was a little tough. If Nasty Nick was here, he's probably looking down on me saying, criticizing me for my kooky idea to have graduation on his field. And if he were here, he'd probably be somewhere over on the right telling you not to scuff up the field that he worked so hard to create here. If he were here, though, as stern as he might have been and as concerned as he might have been about the venue, he would have been proud to be sitting watching you graduate after such a difficult time and making something out of nothing. Doc Fahey was my principal. He led the school through a time, if you can't believe it, I still can't believe this. Anytime anybody says this to me, I don't even have to fake my anger at their having said it. That Doc Fahey was the principal at Bangor High School at a time when the schools were nothing to write home about. But as he made long drives from literally Bangor, Maine to the University of Michigan to earn his PhD, I like to see him imagining what teaching and learning could look and feel like at Bangor High School. And like heroes do, people with vision and drive and commitment, he made that happen. And he made it to the point where Bangor High School graduation and the time that you go through Bangor High School so meaningful. In a lot of ways, he made something out of nothing. And I think it's healthy to ask yourself, and I ask myself how I stand up to the people who came before me, and honestly, I don't feel I do stand up very well next to those guys. And I think that's sort of the way it is with your heroes, right? Not in an oppressive kind of way, but in a way that what can cause you to work harder, what can cause you to think more deeply, what can cause you to bring about the things in place with the people that you care about, bring them to a new level. Good to great, great to better. That's another version of something to nothing. And I think of your class in the same way. How do you stand up to the classes that came before you? What did they hand off to you? Or more accurately, what did you take from them and make your own unique successes, your own individual and collective marks of excellence, your own good to great, your own great to better? There's plenty of those things. Let me tell you, there's plenty of those things that I invite you to reflect upon and celebrate today. What's been your good to great? What's your something to nothing? Some of you might have struggled to find your place here, maybe felt invisible at times, or unrecognized or under-celebrated, but you found a new place. You returned to what's most important to you. You made yourself known. You made yourself important. You made yourself a person of impact who's set up for even greater things as you head off into the world of an adult. Some of you may have struggled with important relationships in your lives, at home or with your peers, but you found your way to the high road, or you pointed out the middle ground, and you made something good out of something that had turned momentarily but not irretrievably bad. And you'll continue to find in your life that you and those important others are all the better for you having done so and for you having carried yourself that way. As a class, you've truly made something out of a period of time in our lives, whether you lived it in Bangladesh or Bangor, Maine, when we're all feeling at one time or another that nothing was as we knew it. that life was nothing what we envisioned or really what we wanted it to be. You took that nothing situation and you made something. You made something out of it. You refused to think of it as a zero-sum game, and instead you found and you still find ways to add value everywhere you went as students, as people, and most importantly, as the 2020 graduating class of Bangor High School. So how do you stand up to the classes that came before you? Well, as I close the remarks, I'd like to have you feel how you stand up by literally standing up for me, graduates, right now. I'd like you to literally stand up. And this is, we've not rehearsed this, but I know the crowd can anticipate. See how good they are? I would like you to, class, I'd like you to extend your right hand out. I'd like you to bend it at about 45 degrees so your left thumb drags just past your ear. And as mom, dad, whoever loves you at home, wildly applause for you, please move your hand up and down and give yourselves a well-deserved pat on the back. Congratulations for all that you have made better and all the great things that you will hand off to those who succeed you in the future at Bangor High School and beyond. Go Rams. You may be seated. It's a tradition at Bangor High School to award select scholarships and monetary awards, but we'll operate a little bit differently this year. And instead of inviting the recipient, who I'll name, to come up and receive a physical artifact of the award and to take a picture, we'd invite you to just stand and be recognized for having been awarded with the scholarships and awards, which we'll do in the next phase before we confer diplomas to the class. At first, I'd like to ask those to stand and give special recognition to students who have made the decision to serve our country as a member of the armed forces or in a related capacity after high school. So if you've made that decision, I'd invite you to stand right now and be recognized. Decision is a selfless one, and we applaud you for it. Thank you so much. We'll begin with the awarding of scholarships. We'll begin with the Thomas Singh Memorial Scholarship, 2 awards at $200 each, going to a female and male graduate to support future pursuit of education post-secondary. The recipients, Paxton Dion and Dagan Grant. Stand, please. Congratulations. The Bangor High School Junior ROTC Scholarship, $250, funded by the Bangor High School JROTC, the oldest cadet corps in the nation, to support a cadet's future academic studies. The recipient, Gustav Blackwell. The Sandra Philbrick Memorial Scholarship, $400, going to a student planning to further his or her education beyond high school, who was in good academic standing, was active in JROTC. The recipient, Zoe Gilson. The Dante Izzo Memorial Award, given in memory of Dante Izzo, whose passing at a young age causes us to reflect on the values of kindness and friendship and to support the future successes of a graduate who demonstrates these traits in a manner reminiscent of Dante Izzo. The recipient, Adam El-Kadi. The All Souls Congregational Church Scholarship, $500 awarded to a senior boy or girl who's demonstrated high moral character, including virtues of justice, kindness, cheerfulness, persistence, and compassion. The recipient, Gabrielle Martin. The Alfred J. Cromwell Award, $500 to an outstanding graduate student of color who demonstrates a commitment to continued excellence in post-secondary study. The recipient, David Young. The Frederick Hannon Memorial Scholarship, awarded to a respected member of the class for pursuit of a four-year college program in the humanities. The recipient, Alex Snow. The Bangor High School Student Council Scholarship Award, $500 by the Bangor High School Student Council to a student who is continuing their education. The award's based on leadership and service to the school. The recipient, Anna McDonald. The Maine Blue Collar Foundation Scholarship, $500 given by the foundation to support a student who is pursuing a career in the trades. The recipient, Jeffrey Kirk. The Arthur and Florence Lieberman Scholarship, $500 to a senior who demonstrates academic ability, strong character and leadership, and a desire to earn a post-secondary degree in the health sciences. The recipient, Aidan Kitchen. The Lumbra Hardwoods Incorporated Scholarship, awarded by the company in support of a student's academic future. The recipient, Caitlin Gorecki. The Bangor Education Association Scholarship, 2 awards at $500 each to graduating seniors who intend to enroll in teacher preparation programs or whose parent works in the field of education based on service to the community, character, and academic potential. The recipients, Griffin Erb and Zach Talili. The Mary J. Novak Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to a student who has shown evidence of achievement in the humanities and who plans to attend a 4-year college and major in the humanities. The recipient, Paige Ravenscraft. The David Bauer Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to a student planning to attend a private college or to pursue an undergraduate degree. The recipient, Semantak Theagarajan. The Arthur and Maria Brontes Scholarship Awards, 2 at $1,000 each, awarded to 2 students who intend to pursue post-secondary learning at the University of Maine, with the encouragement to consider pursuing degrees in either business or education. The recipients, Destiny Muser and Jack Perron. The Lillian B. Constantine Scholarship, $1,000, awarding to an outstanding senior who intends to pursue undergraduate degree in nursing. The recipient, Sarah David. The Helen and Richard Haney Senior Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, given by Mr. Richard Haney Jr. in memory of his mother, Helen Haney, a dedicated and talented nurse, and awarded to a graduating senior to support post-secondary education. The recipient, Francine Wilson Sharuk. The Frederick Redberry Scholarship, $1,000, given by the Redberry Foundation, awarding a deserving Bangor High School senior athlete who best exemplifies the ideals of Redberry, an outstanding teacher, coach, and athletic administrator. The recipient, Margaret Copperthwaite. The Adam J. Hodge Memorial Scholarship, $1,000 to a senior who has persevered through personal hardship or limitation, has been accepted at a post-secondary institution. The recipient, Zach Talili. The Lawrence and Arlene Peaks Scholarship, awarded to a strong BHS graduate to support his or her education beyond high school. The recipient, Joshua Mullins. The Dr. Benjamin Shapiro Honorary Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to a student intending to pursue post-secondary education within or beyond Maine and to engage in study in the health sciences, with evidence that the award will meaningfully support that effort. The recipient, Libby Fleming. The Sally M. Schubert Memorial Essay, $1,000, awarded to a senior deemed to have written the best essay on the meaning of life. The recipient, Georgia Dorr. The FDM Economo Foreign Language Scholarships, 2 awards at $1,000 each, awarded to the top language students in the graduating class with the encouragement to continue their studies at the next level. The recipients, Megan Karen and Joshua Mullins. The Danielle Marie Thompson Scholarship, given in memory of an outstanding BHS student, an athlete on the girls' soccer team, awarded to a female male student for kindness, friendship, and scholarship that reflects the potential that was lost in the death of Danielle Marie Thompson. The recipients, Emily LeClaire and Kason Markovich. The Megan Walker Memorial Scholarship, awarded to a student athlete with strong academic achievement and demonstrated commitment to extracurricular performance. The recipient, Mackenzie Morin. The Robert Susi Memorial Scholarship, $1,500, awarded to a student pursuing a degree in business at a 4-year college with evidence that the scholarship will meaningfully support his or her earning of a business degree. The recipient, Christian Reed. The Karen L. Averill and Shirley Averill McDonald Scholarship, $1,500, awarded to a male or female student pursuing study in a 2 or 4-year program. Student exhibits perseverance in academics and interest in co-curricular activities, community activities, and/or athletics while demonstrating outstanding citizenship. The recipient, Victoria Andrews. The Bryce J. Pelkey Memorial Scholarship, $1,500, awarded to a senior who shows the quiet humor and spirited kindness reminiscent of Bryce J. Pelkey, and who plans to compete in athletics at the college level. The recipient, James Neal. The Clark J. Noonan Memorial Scholarship, awarded through the Bangor High School All Sports Boosters Club, $1,500, given to an athlete who brings it both academically and athletically in a manner reminiscent of Clark J. Noonan. The recipient, Griffin Erb. The Frederick Newman Family Scholarship, $1,500, awarded to an outstanding mathematics student who's also a participant in high school athletics. The recipient, Megan Karen. Bangor High School Scholarships, 2 at $1,500, awarded by the Bangor High School Scholarship Fund to 2 students who are in strong academic standing as an investment in their future academic successes. The recipients, Gavin Sichters and Regan McKay. The Bangor Art Society and the Marsha Bailey and John White Award, $2,000, awarded to a senior who will be pursuing education in the field of art. The recipient, Ben Waristo. The Bangor High School Melmac Principal Scholarship, supporting early success in college, $2,000, awarded to a student who makes a difference in the lives of others in his or her community, has excellent citizenship and the potential to make a difference in the world. $2,000 awarded to Charisma Rayburn. Husson University Scholarships, 3 awards at $2,000 each. The first 2 are given under the name of Leslie Dickerman Scholarship. The award goes to Mabel Eames and Colin Trudell. And the third Husson Scholarship given under the name Chelsea H. Husson Award, $2,000 to Dagan Grant. The Sanford and Joanne Miller Scholarship, 2 awards at $2,000 each, awarded to a female and male student planning to attend the University of Maine or Husson University with an intended major in education or business, and with evidence that the scholarship will meaningfully support the student's earning of the degree. The recipients, Renee Tran and Andrew Schwez. The Marshall Stern Memorial Scholarship, $2,700, awarded to a student planning to attend the University of Maine system with strong achievement, involvement in school, and evidence that the scholarship will greatly support the earning of a degree. The recipient, Willow Knapp. The Lease and Miles Streier Scholarship in memory of Carol Toddy Streier, 2 awards at $2,500 each, awarded to 2 high-achieving students in English or social studies who intend to enter the field of public education. The recipients, Tobias Coffey and Sophia Mullins. The Alfred and Anna Abrams Memorial Scholarship, $3,000, awarded to students who are continuing their education with evidence that the scholarship will meaningfully support the pursuit and attainment of continued learning and a degree. The recipient, Liam Moynihan. The Jason Klein Stern Scholarship, $3,600, awarded to a Bangor High School student who enrolls in the University of Maine system. Student has good character, high scholarship, and a demonstrated commitment to making a difference in the community. The recipient, Addison Nichols. The final scholarship award is the 2021 announcement of the Senator George J. Mitchell Scholarship Award, $10,000. The Senator George Mitchell Scholarship Research Institute awards scholarships each year to graduating seniors from every community in Maine. With over 1,300 applicants from across the state, the scholarship award is highly competitive. The $10,000 is awarded over time to pursue ongoing learning and to attain the degree, and the recipient benefits from opportunities for personal development, leadership development, and career development throughout the time in college. Senator Mitchell Scholarship Award winner, Jenna Smith. It's a traditional end to the awards and scholarship ceremony to invite up on the stage the top 4 graduates in the Bangor High School class of 2021. They are recipients of the Charles E. French Medal, what I will claim to be the oldest medal of its kind in a high school in Maine. The Charles E. French Medal is given to the top 4 graduates in lieu of other honor parts to represent the top 4 levels of achievement over 4 years at Bangor High School. I'd like to invite the following students up to receive their medalist plaque and to close the ceremony, the award ceremony, with a picture on stage with the chair and our superintendent. Charles E. French medalists, Megan Karen, Samantak Theagarajan, Gavin Sichters, and Liam Moynihan. the moment we've been waiting for, with the capable assistance of Mr. Tim Reed, the Vice President of the senior class, we'll move into the conferring of the diplomas. We've not rehearsed. Pay attention to Mr. Reed, and the way it'll work is we'll move you one row across to the, one entire row out to the right and around. You'll proceed up to the stage. You'll hand me your name card. I will read your name clearly. Everybody will go crazy. You will make your way across to the stage and have your picture taken before descending and following your route right back to your chair. So just give us a moment to reset, and we'll get going with the diplomas. Dylan Garish. Megan K. Karen. Samantak V. Thiagarajan. Gavin Sichters. Liam J. Moynihan. Yeah. Leah Marie Novak. Naomi Nowak. Georgia G. Dorr. Andrew William Brook. Miguel P. Santamaria. Kaylee Elizabeth Newell. Jessica Marietta Archie. Shelby L. Jennings. Madison Jane Burgess. Brianna R. Warwick. Elna Marin Manoj. Kaya M. Abeda. Wells Maya Mundell Wood. Alex Snow. Emma S. Hall. Ari P. English. Lillian Zoe Swain. Elizabeth Fleming. Abigail Fleming. Middle name? Madeline Jane Boudreau. Great. Middle name? Emily Hope LeClaire. Sophia Mullins. Middle name? Haley Grace McMahon. Middle name. Hope Elizabeth Chasen. Middle name. Taya Reagan Boynton Tidd. Jada Autumn Stone. Isabel Menu. Sam Palmeter. Renee Tran. Middle name? Want it read? Emily Rose Murch. Ryan. Mackenzie Ryan Bully. Caitlin Rand. She here? Carissa Lee Earl. Miles Flagg. Two names? Oh. Casey Morneau. Cassandra Ann Hicks. Amy E. Daniels. Nathaniel C. Braley. Kai Marie Von Humbert. Congratulations. Jack G. Hamilton. Gustav Hansen Blackwell. Cameron L. Light. Lydia F. Chase. Nice. Good name. Jenna Jakin Smith. Victoria Ann Andrews. Lisa Lanciolotti. Elizabeth Erin Jacobs. Molly Nagel. Paige M. Ravenscraft. Sorry. Aiden Lelia Kitchen. Congratulations. Happy to. Timothy C. Cobbett. Paxton William Dion. Andrew W. Monroe. Isabel Rose Dimmick. Isabella Jade Chambers. Olivia M. Babin. Allison Marie Williams. Lily Mae Smith. Troy M. Sands. Vetri S. Vell. Max Smith. Kyle H. Robbins. Colby M. Hope. Aaron E. Stanwood. Paris Madison Bork. Zachary Hildebrandt. Sam Helinski. Oh, yeah. Stephen, you want your middle name ready? Maxwell Stephen Trecarton. Jordan Xavier Murphy. Rowan Landry. Emily R. Landry. Patience Simone Simmons. Alicia Monroe. Summer Redden. Kenneth D. Kelly. Sophie Newman. Lucia Sun. Congratulations. Helen Rebar. Shakia Douglas. Lexus G. Berry. Alexia Nanny. Destiny Rose Muser. Susanna R. Selnow. Mackenzie Morin. Colin Lawrence Trudell. Jared Horan. Oh, yeah. Good job. Ethan J. Merrill. Good job, Tyler. Do you have your card? What's your middle name? Do you want your middle name read? Tyler Matthews. Mackenzie Shaw. Caitlin Elizabeth Gorecki. Joelle S. Woodrow. Sarah Gabrielle R. David. Harley L. Randall. Giovanni M. Watson. Nicholas E. Brown. Isabel Howe. Mabel Jolynn Eames. Faith Cheeks. Sherry Jean Rebleza. Charisma Mikkel Rayburn. Jaden J. Oliver. Antonio J. Tremblay IV. Trevor King. Christopher D. Young. Middle name? Jackson Campbell. Brianna Tracy. Briley C. Williams. Gage Hudson. Cooper Allen Corey. Anna Kathleen McDonald. Good job, Anna. Margaret Nicole Copperthwaite. Abigail Reese Black. James Michael Neal. Gabrielle Christiana Martin. Riley O'Halloran Andrews. Isabel Kirk. Lyrica Marsh. Zara A. Tui. Can you hold on just a second? Go ahead. Alexander Joseph Sewell. Landon Smith. Kimberly Miller. What is it? Jordan Alexander Derwin. Tobias P. Coffey. Jaden Leroy. Ava L. McDougall. Demetrius A. Smith. Natasha Ann Day. Gage M. Smith. Tyler Alton Smith. Oscar Gonzalez Diaz de Leon. Bella R. Lawson. Dagan G. Grant. Chase Bowen. Joseph E. Kingsbury. Sebastian M. LaGrosse. Cassidy L. Youngblood. Olivia Ann Davis. Sophia K. Huerta. Arias Isabel Desjardins. The phonetics threw me off. Brianna Lee Maddox. Brooklyn Sullivan. Alyssa R. Lyons. Haley Broughton. Emma Elizabeth Thayer. Olivia Lynn Perry. Andrew George Swez. Julia M. Houghton. Melody R. Curtis. Reagan Marie McKay. Peyton McKenna Faulkner. Emily E. Isaacs. Michaela Alexis Hughes. Rebecca M. Cull. Amy Chim. Erin Elizabeth McCarthy. Ella Grace Henry. Catherine G. Rulin. Addison Grace Nichols. Willow Knapp. Alyssa M. Elliott. With 2 T's. Adam T. Elcotty. Owen T. Smiley. Griffin F. Erb. James W. Fahey. Gordon C. Dorr. Connor Page. Haley Metzger. Janaza Q. Monica. Monica, thank you. Jessica D. Landon. Ben Waristo. Zoe Yobst. Francine Starr Wilson Cherrick. Christiana M. Charles. Macy Ellen Burgess. Phoenix I. Morton. Zachary A. Talili. Riley Poulin Bickford. Nick Fournier. Catherine Adriana Sigmund. Carlo R. Mazzarelli. Dominic Braden Achille Michael Walker Smart. Anthony J. Sardina. Brady Paul Breton. Brandon Sargent. Eli Bradford. Joshua Mullins. Christian S. Reed. Brendan Craig. Christian Isaac Turner. Aye. Riker I. Brown. Jeffrey Kirk, Jr. Timothy J. Whitney. Just gonna pause a minute. Spencer Mason Harris. Edward James Jarnick. Chukwamaka D. Ikemba. Kason Markovich. Zachary J. Wellman. Justin Stanley. Jonathan Lyon. Wayne J. Lavasser. Matthew Trueworthy. Aiden Layton. Nicholas Geiser. Zoe Lynn Gilson. Isaac William Straight. Zachary T. Couch. Jack Perron. Bradley Michael McLaughlin. Garrett Scott Courtney. Aaron Rhodes. Hajra Soda. Nicholas M. Rice. Connor D. Lehan. Bryce Alexander Johnston. Tyler J. Riley. Alan Z. Soccerbasin. Bit of a non sequitur. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. I overlooked the scholarship, and it was only a small one. We've developed a pretty special relationship with an organization called the Tramuto Foundation. Graduates, you can see it in the back. Tramuto Foundation that's become fond of high school. We've become fond of the Tramuto Foundation because they recognize that our missions are compatible, and they've decided to grant a scholarship award in the amount of $20,000 every year to a Bangor High School graduate. And I'm very pleased to announce, and I'll have her stand when I announce the name, that the recipient of the Tramuto Foundation Scholarship, Class 2021, $20,000 goes to Zara Tui. Mr. President, come forward and turn the tassels.
Congratulations, Bangor. You may now turn your tassel.